Hello everyone, this is Sheshe, and today I'm coming on to do the highly requested mini heart tutorial for the mini alphabet punch board. As you can see, it's the tiny board. Now first I want to tell you that this is not a perfect heart. You will need some scissors to do some trimming. I did figure out the measurements. I've been contemplating doing this tutorial for a while because it's not a perfect tutorial, but I'm going to roll it out anyway because so many people have asked me to do it. So here are the measurements. You'll need a square cut at 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Top and bottom, you will measure a little dot at the 1 1/4 inch mark, top and bottom, okay? Now, on left to right, you will measure 1 inch on both sides. Now it's important that you punch at the right point of the cardstock. So make sure that the 1 inch mark is right here when you're making your punches, not at the bottom. So this will be my bottom. So I'm going to put bottom right here. And this is my top. Okay, so I put a letter B for my bottom. The reason is because this part is going to be cut off. Okay, and this is the 1 inch mark that is going to be cut off to the bottom. So that's why I say that you need to make sure you're punching at the right part of the cardstock. So I'm going to flip this over so that I'm punching the correct part. Okay, so this is going to punch at the correct mark because when I slide this in and punch, is right in the center. Okay, just like that. So next you want to open. And again, you need your scissors. Sometimes it doesn't go all the way over. So you'll need your scissors because this little board is smaller than the big board. So what you want to do is line up from point to point on this little board. So let me zoom in so you can see where I'm pointing. See if I can get in any closer. Here is where I'm pointing. Point to point is where I'm cutting. So I just want to show you that. So I'm going to cut right with my little tiny blade. Sometimes it moves, so I may need to remove my board for a minute and make sure that I'm in the right spot because I can't hover over the board. The camera is in my way. So that's what I'm doing. And that's where I remove the board out of the camera. So I have my little blade now. Make sure I'm in the view of the camera so you can see. And I'm going to lock it in its little channel and cut. Okay, and I'm going to hold my paper down so it doesn't slide while I'm cutting. Now, I can't go all the way over because this is in the way. So I'm going to need my scissors to finish cutting this little tiny part. See, it's still connected right here. So I'm just going to do a little trimming over here like that. Now I'm going to rotate it and we're going to do the same process again and make sure that this is point to point and make sure that my paper doesn't slide while I'm closing the little door. Okay, that's what I just made sure. Why I removed it from the view of the camera. Now I'm going to hold the paper down so it doesn't slide while I'm cutting, and I'm going to lock the little blade in the channel and cut. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. You may need your scissors again because sometimes the rounded corners are not perfect. Just sometimes. And this may be one of those times. So here we go. Okay, we're going to slide the paper in. All the way in. Make sure that this is flush with this corner right here. Give it a punch. Slide this over. Make sure this is all the way to the edge. And it should correct itself, hopefully. Give it another punch. And this is what you get. Now this right here is what I was talking about, is a flaw. Just take your scissors and cut that off. Okay. Then try the other side. Slide the paper in. Give it a punch. This is what you get. Then turn your paper. Make sure that this is all the way flush with this side. And hopefully this will correct itself. Give it a punch. And you may get that little point right here. You could just cut that. And here is your heart. It's not exactly perfect, but this was the best I could do. And I hope you found that helpful for the mini. But yeah, if you get a better punch, then that's great. But this is what has happened with me every single time.